Western Mass News reporter Olivia Hickey joins us live in studio after checking in on the response coming from right here in our area.
Abby and Chris, as the cleanup from Helene continues, some local responders are staying down south to help after Milton hits.
For the past 2 weeks, crews from all over Western Mass and the country have been aiding the South with Hurricane Helene efforts, with line crews in South Carolina.
When we first got here, there was 30,000 out, and I think we're down under 1,000 currently.
To emergency responders. We've learned American Medical Response in Springfield has deployed over a dozen people to impacted states.
Some are participating in 911 relief efforts, while others are working with the hospitals and facilities to evacuate as needed.
As Hurricane Milton quickly approaches the Florida coast, the 413 plans to remain on standby.
Base camp should be moving somewhere down towards Fort Myers after the storm hits.
We caught up with Interstate Towing's general manager, Stephen Gonville. His crews have been assisting with relief efforts for the past 2 weeks, including moving essential equipment. He tells Western Mass News they're going to send some new hands to help out.
We're shipping 2 fresh drivers out tomorrow, and 2 others are flying back up here to try to rotate them a little bit because the guy's been working long hours.
As for Westfield Gas and Electric, General Manager Tom Flaherty tells us they haven't responded to calls for Milton at this point, but their crews are still working to restore power in South Carolina.
Our crews are as of right now, planning to come home on Friday from South Carolina, from Hurricane Helene. So they could be replaced with another crew to go down to Florida if a continued call comes out with the need from Florida.
You don't have to head south to make a difference. A simple way to help out is with donations. Our parent company, Gray Media, has partnered with the Salvation Army. If you would like to donate, scan the QR code on your screen or go to helenehelp.org. Reporting in the studio for Western Mass News, I'm Olivia Hickey.
Thank you so much for that live report, Olivia. We'll continue to track Milton as it